Really appreciate you coming in. Switching gears now, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is facing backlash over his call for Democrats to, quote, break the spirit of MAGA. Listen.
Part of how we as House Democrats view this moment, either MAGA extremists are going to break the country or we're going to break them. And our goal is to break them. We will defeat them. We have to beat them electorally, and then we have to break their spirit.
Let's bring in House Majority Leader Steve Scalise from Louisiana. Great to see you, Leader. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. You were an early victim of this current wave of political violence. It was in the first term, right, sort of in the beginning of Donald Trump's first term. To what extent do you think that the rhetoric, that hardened rhetoric coming out from Democrats, it does lead to political violence?
Well, first, David, thanks for having me.
Sure.
And we know for sure that the rhetoric from the left, especially their elected leaders, is driving a lot of the violence that you're seeing. I mean, just look at some of the assassins, the people who tried to assassinate President Trump, not once, not twice, 3 times. They're regurgitating the very same talking points from some of those Democrat leaders. If you look at some of their language recently from Gavin Newsom, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem on down, it's like their language is more aggressive. They curse out their own followers. They use, curse language all the time, as if like they got to talk tough, and then they've got to threaten people, and then they've got to talk about, violent things against their enemy. And all it takes is one unhinged person to hear that. And obviously we know, when they say Nazi and threat to democracy and Hitler, the comparisons over and over again that they make, those are trigger words to just a few people. And those people then go and try to kill the people they're talking about. It's got to stop.
And another example was when Senator Schumer called out Supreme Court justices, saying, quote, you won't know what hit you if you vote in a certain way. And then a few weeks later, a couple of months later, you had the assassination attempt against Justice Kavanaugh. But now we have it at a whole new level. We have this Democratic candidate in Texas. Her name is Maureen Galindo. She came out with a statement that just was beyond the pale, saying, well, this is from her Marine for Congress website, saying she's going to turn Karnes ICE Detention Center into a prison for American Zionists and former ICE officers for human trafficking. It will also be a castration processing center for pedophiles, which will probably be most of the Zionists, of course, using Zionists as a nicer phrase for Jewish people. And she's backed out since then, but I'm sorry, I just don't buy the back out. The good news is that now we have this bipartisan support to either prevent her from getting into Congress or for her to demand to leave Congress once she gets in, from both Democrats and Republicans. I think we have a soundbite of one of those bipartisan meetings. Roll it.
I get threats on X. I get threats, phone calls into the office. And obviously now things are so out of control that you have Democratic candidates in Texas suggesting we bring back concentration camps. And now we have American candidates literally wanting to bring that to America. My grandparents escaped Nazi Germany. My kids are not going to internment camps. So what we got to do is everyone's got to speak up, and you're seeing that.
Could this now, Leader Scalise, be the break in that process of political violence and political rhetoric that we've been hearing?
David, I hope it is, but you've seen this growth in anti-Semitism coming from the left, and it's over and over again. It's not called out enough. I'm glad to see that every now and then somebody will. But look, their main candidate in Maine, the lead Democrat candidate for United States Senate in Maine, literally has a Nazi tattoo. And you don't see anybody backing away their endorsements. All the Democrat leaders have endorsed him, and they haven't withdrawn the endorsement when that came out. So what does that tell you about where the Democrat Party is? It's happening over and over again. You look at Hakeem, you look at all of them, it's like they're desperate for power. They're so hungry to grab power. They don't care what they need to say to enrage their base. The American people are not a people that wake up every day wanting to be angry at everybody and wanting to be fueled by hatred. we're an optimistic people. We believe in that shining city on the hill Ronald Reagan talked about. And frankly, that's where we still need to go, and we need to strive for that. And so the politics of hatred and division need to fall by the wayside. I think the better angels will rise up this November.
One question, I got to talk about the business that you deal with every day, and one of them is a reconciliation bill. What goes into the reconciliation bill and what doesn't? For example, will the Save America Act go into the reconciliation bill as you see it?
We're working to get it in, whether it's 2.0 or 3.0. I was in a meeting on reconciliation 3.0 today. We want to get Save America. We passed it through the House. It's still over in the Senate. Let's get that done to protect the sanctity of the vote. Voter ID, everybody gets that. You can't get on a plane. You can't buy beer without an ID. Why not do that for the vote as well? And then if you look at funding Homeland Security, especially our border security, that's what this is all about. Every Democrat walked away from that. They showed you they don't believe in border security. Again, the Democrat Party, this is not your father's Democrat Party. They have lost their way as a party. They're all going to be voting against the Women's Museum because it's limited to just biological women. Wow. That's Nicole Malliotakis' bill that said, let's pay tribute to women. And now all the Democrat women in Congress came out against it because it's limited to biological women. They're insane right now. But that's what the American people need to see. They need to see this on display.
Oof, that's one I hadn't heard of, Leader. I got to tell you.
Watch the vote.
Unbelievable. Leader Scalise, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.